Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sydney Masters Hockey Grand Finals for 2023. We have the Senior Masters coming up with Penrith against Manly, Gordon or Sydney. I'm here with Godfrey Phillips, well-known hockey player and Masters extraordinaire. Good evening, Godfrey.
Good evening, Greg. Extraordinary. Thanks for that. And welcome to ladies and gentlemen.
So it's Tuesday night, the 12th of September. We're here at the Sydney Olympic Hockey Centre on the Olympic field. Just a bit of background on the teams that we have playing tonight. Penrith were the minor premiers. They finished first on 36 points, and Manly finished third on 31 points. During the rounds, there was 3 round matches. All were close encounters this year. All won by Penrith, 2-1 round 1, 2-1 in round 2, and 3-1 in round 3. The semi-finals were played 2 weeks ago. Penrith defeated the Northern Districts in a comprehensive victory 5-0 to qualify for the grand final. And Manly defeated the second place team Bryce 2-0 to qualify for the grand final. So that brings us to tonight to the grand finals. And Godfrey, just on both teams, who do you see as the key players for Penrith?
Well, Penrith won the minor premiership pretty convincingly, on 36 points. So they look, extremely strong. They've got Alan Chong, who is a central midfielder. Michael Hughes, again, a central defender. In the attacking midfield, they've got a Darren Pearce, and Martin Finnemore is carrying on his good work, as a striker for Penrith. So they're going to be a tough side to beat tonight, Greg. Yeah,
and watch out for Martin Finnemore. He's a big guy who'll play up front. He was a leading goal scorer in this competition this year. So he'll certainly provide a lot of attacking force. Also, yeah, I agree. I think Darren Pearce and Alan Chong in the midfield will be very strong, and Michael Hughes, the captain, will hold the defence together. So yeah, a strong-looking team from Penrith, but they've had close games. What about Manly, Godfrey? Who do you see as some strong players there?
Well, Manly, they've got the first two I see. There's Harmon Frederick's attacking midfielder, and Roger van der Sande. Now they're two Dutch players. They typical European Dutch hockey. They possess the ball. They're great passers of the ball. So I could see them having a big input in this game. Having played against them a few years ago, they are tough competitors. Also in the midfield, you've got Keith Hunter, Robert Heisman, who's an attacking midfielder, and again Tim Kelly, a striker, who's pretty toey up there. So even though they've got a pretty well-balanced team, a lot of experience there, I just feel with Penrith finishing so strongly on 36 points with the minor premiership might be a bit too strong tonight, Greg. But strange things happen in grand finals, as we both know.
Yeah, correct. I agree. I think the two Dutch guys in the midfield, watch out for Tim Kelly up front. He's a potent striker as well. And yeah, it's all out. Grand finals, anyone can win. Just on announcing the teams. So the Penrith team, it's Greg Stevens will be the goalkeeper. Mahendra Nandaseka, number 4. Number 6, Michael Hughes and captain. Number 8, Pat Hurley. Number 9, Darren Pearce. Number 10, Eddie Syed. Number 11, Craig Maxwell. Number 13, Scott Williams. Number 14, Bruce Taggart. Number 15, Jason Rudge. Number 17, David Fenner. Number 18, Martin Finnemore. Number 19, Glenn Robinson. Number 27, Jason Beattie. Number 42, Alan Chong. Number 44, Mark Bruin. And number 46, Arif Khan. That's the Penrith teams. They're about to get started. Just quickly running through the Manly, Gordon or Sydney. Michael Dahl will be the goalkeeper. Keith Hunter, number 10. Richard Gatt, number 30. Bart Berridge, number 33. Tony Virtue, number 36. Harmon Fredericks, number 41. Kim Smith, number 53. Number 59 is John Newbury, but I got a suspicion John's not playing tonight. I think he suffered an injury on the weekend and may not be there. Number 60, Andrew Thyroid, who play at the back. Number 96, David Holmes. Number 97, Robert Heisman, and he's the captain. Number 99, Robert Hook. Number 100, Roger van der Zande. Number 102, Tim Kelly. 103, Jamie Mackay. And 106 is Jay Van Song. Our referees tonight will be Tim Kelly and Matthias Corman.
Greg, we've just had a minute's silence there for Robbie Sutton's young son who passed away during the week very sadly. Thoughts and prayers go out to Robbie and family.
And thanks to the Sydney Masters community for wrapping their arms around Robbie. Robbie's been an instrumental member of the Sydney Masters board for several years, and he's a pivotal player with the umpiring. He's the umpiring coordinator. So our prayers and Godfrey, our prayers and thoughts with Robbie and his family for tonight and through their tragedy. So we're about to get underway, guys. Sydney Olympic Park Senior Masters Grand Final for 203. Manly hitting off. Alan Chong in the midfield, straight away getting his hands on the ball. Turnover there to Manly. Again, central midfielder Keith Hunter from Manly getting his hands on the ball early.
Well, they got away with one then.
I think that was might have been a sneaky little foot there in the circle.
I think so.
Penrith much more structured the way they play. Darren Pearce, danger man. Very quick, you don't want to give him any space. Penrith just moving into the attacking zone for Manly. I think both teams just feeling themselves out, Godfrey.
Well, they are. You know, it's just cat and mouse at the moment, Greg. And that was a giveaway there. You know, they should have at least try and get a result, at least try and get a penalty corner out of that free hit.
Yeah, you don't want to concede early in the grand final. It's not a good sign, is it? So everyone's a little bit cautious. Body shielding there from Richard Gatt. Straight away, Penrith are keen to move the ball. Good ball to Craig Maxwell. The first real chance for Penrith to launch an attacking raid. Manly got everyone behind the ball, Godfrey, but
yes, they have.
They don't want to concede, because if this Penrith side gets away on them, it could be a big score.
There's too many Manly shirts in the back over there. I feel Alan Chong, the centre half of Penrith, just needs to inject himself a little bit more, Greg, into that midfield at the top of the circle over there. It wasn't. Oh, that's a good ball.
Andrew Thide, he's a key player in the Manly side at the back. Good distribution. Manly straight away behind the ball again.
Here's a chance here.
Interception by Roger van der Zand. Well, Tim Kelly.
Oh, bad luck.
Good ball into the circle to Tim Kelly on a reverse stick. Just wide. That'll be a bit of a warning shot, Godfrey, to Penrith, that don't relax in your defence, because they can get in there quickly.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, both teams just feeling themselves out of. Captain Michael Hughes now taking up.
Yeah, it's danger now. Danger now.
Jay Van Song.
Oh, bad luck. Needed to pass it there, Greg. Roger was on the back line.
Yeah, good advantage from the umpires there.
You can see with number 9, Darren, getting more involved in the game. The intensity's gone up, Greg.
Yeah, you just can't give him any space in the midfield because he can eliminate players pretty quickly.
Too many green shirts in the back there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good strategy, Godfrey. If you haven't got the ball, everyone's got to defend. I think that'll be the strategy for Manly tonight. Defend well and then counter-attack.
Very quickly. Yeah, they've got some speed. They've got up very quickly.
Tim Kelly again in the circle. I think the game will start to open up.
It's starting to open up now as Chong moving up into the midfield.
First touch for Martin Finnimore too. Yeah, good interception by Keith Hunter to deny Arif Khan in the circle. Just a reminder that at Sydney Masters, we play 2 30-minute halves. We don't play quarters, it's halves with a 5-minute half-time break. If there's a draw at full time, we go straight to a shootout.
Well, pretty desperate tackle there by Harmon, going to the ground, giving the penalty corner away. This could be dangerous.
First penalty corner for the night for Penrith. Marty Finnimore will be the striker. We've got Darren Pearce on a layoff as well. Good running by the Manly guys. Denied a quick open shot for Martin Finnimore, but unfortunately just rolled onto the foot. Another reset corner.
The ball's got to come out a lot quicker, Greg. That's better. Didn't trap it.
Yeah, good defending by Manly.
Here's a quick break now. It's a 4-on-2. They've got to get a result. Keep it going.
That was their chance to counter-attack.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great chance. There was a 4-on-2 over there, but they just didn't make that pass at the right time. Manly have had more opportunities, Greg. They've got to take these opportunities because, as you rightly said, if Penrith jag one in, they could really run away with this.
Penrith have forced Manly to come up the field now, and so there's a bit more space in there. But Manly defending well as a team.
Here's a go.
Good interception from Alan Chong there to take Penrith into the circle. think there could be a card coming there.
I think so.
Bruce Taggart might fight himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't miss that.
Yeah, number 14, Bruce Taggart. Green card, 2-minute sit down. Manly on the attack now. This is their chance with an extra player.
Well, they got a result. They got the penalty corner.
Good ball in from Roger van der Zaan onto a foot. So Manly have their first chance at a penalty corner. Got to take the advantage, Godfrey, when you can, when you have a man extra.
Well, they've had a few chances, so I'm pleased they got a result out of that, Greg.
Not a good take by Roger.
No, not one of his best.
This might fire up Penrith a little bit now, I think. Captain Michael Hughes coming back on the field. Surprised Marty Finnemore is not on the field, Godfrey.
Well, I'm surprised he only came on for about 3 minutes and they took him off.
Alan Chong now starting to impose himself on the game in the centre midfield. Up against his direct opponent, Roger van der Zaan. It's going to be a good battle in there. I think whoever wins that battle, Godfrey's going to go a long way to winning this game.
And really, that's been the case for the last few years when these two teams have played against each other. The two centre halves taking control of the midfield area.
That's where Darren Pearce needs to come into his own with Allen and run off him. He's got speed to burn and elimination skills. Right, Marty Finnemore's back on the field now.
He has, yep.
He's back in deep defence. He's a prolific goal scorer.
I'd like to see him go up a lot higher, Greg. He's just hanging around the 25-yard area there. And that's just playing into Manly's defence. Here's a go. Here's a go.
Good interception. Oh, we got
oh dear.
Oh, they got an outcome.
They got the next best thing. But they should have. They had two cracks out of there. They should have put at least one away.
Well, I agree, Godfrey. I think Penrith have had more of the ball, but the Manly GNS, they've had more chances to score.
Yep.
So it's like any game, but especially in finals, Godfrey, when you got chances, you got to execute because you don't get that many. See if Roger van der Zaan can get a better shot on goal this time.
Needs to come out a lot quicker. It's a bit better.
They went for an option, but
you got to have a shot. You don't score if you don't have a shot. Well, they've got the ball. They've turned it over.
Great interception from Alan Chong again. Penrith on the attack.
He's not going to mistrap them in the midfield.
Again, it's just that battle in the midfield with Alan Chong and Roger van der Sand. Still 0-0 in this Senior Masters 2003 Grand Final, Sydney Olympic Park.
See, that's the thing, Greg. Manly are putting the ball into the circle. They're putting it into the defensive area of Penrith. And they're getting the results. They haven't scored yet, but it's only a matter of time.
I think next penalty corner they may look for a different, a shorter option or something like that. They haven't been successful so far. Again, Roger van der Sand all over the field. Is the key play that you identified early at the start there, Godfrey. And that's proven to be correct.
So is this guy.
Jay Van Song,
oh,
another Dutch guy.
Dear.
Oh.
There you go.
The ball in the circle. Tim Kelly pops up. Again, another player you identified, Godfrey. Tim Kelly, striker for Manly.
We predicted that. And this is really against all the betting because everything was for Penrith tonight, but strange things happen in grand final. This just might stir Penrith up.
Yeah, I think so.
The centre half, he needs to take control. He really needs to get more involved in the attack. He's hanging around too much in the midfield.
Yeah, I think Manly have had a pretty good game strategy so far. Just defending as a team, counter-attacking.
Yeah, they just can't get through. Too many Manly defenders there.
A lot of the Penrith guys are standing still, so Godfrey. They're not moving, they're standing still and they're being intercepted. So that might be something they might talk about at half time, about getting more players in motion and more options, moving the ball quicker. Penrith are keeping it down in their attacking zone.
It's a good call from the goalkeeper of Manly there, Greg, calling his defenders. Good trap.
Yeah, I don't think going through the top of the circle with all the defenders is the right strategy, Godfrey.
No.
Penrith have got to move the ball around.
Yeah.
They've got to get the ball across to inside attacking midfielder Darren Pearce, and he's got to carry the ball. Just too many defenders in and around the 23 area in the top of the circle for Penrith to attack. That's not their game.
No.
Their game is running from the midfield.
I'm really impressed with the Manly goalkeeper, Michael Dale, because he is screaming instructions out from the back. They're getting his defence in the right positions. That's what you need, Greg, don't you? You need that goalkeeper screaming at his defenders to get in the right place.
Absolutely. I think Manly have had a really smart game plan. They're limiting the run of Penrith, and that's frustrating them to hit the ball down the middle.
Well, I haven't seen that happen for a long time. The stick snapped. The hook of a stick.
Keith Hunter. He had to run off, Godfrey, because he couldn't have played for it. He couldn't have played a ball with not the proper stick.
That's for sure.
It would have cost him. Would have cost his team a player.
Dangerous ball there, across the circle.
Yeah, Penrith are really pushing up now. They don't want to let the ball come out easily from the back.
See, to me, throwing it back like that, you're just taking away all the attack that you've developed, and you throw it back 50 metres.
Occasionally you do that, Godfrey, because you want to bring the defenders out, and because if they're all going to sit in the 23, it makes it very hard to get past 11 players. But they actually went back the same way where the ball came from.
Exactly, yeah.
Good play from Keith Hunter in the midfield. Him and Harmon are going to be, again, two strong players that you've identified, Godfrey, and I think they're proving to be really key players for Manly tonight. They're just not giving Penrith any room to move in that midfield to dominate.
No. Well, Rogers out of the middle now, so there's a chance here. They've got to get a result.
First time Marty Finnimore's got involved in the circle area, and he's won a penalty corner for Penrith. This is their chance to equalise. With just under 5 minutes left in the first half, it's crucial they get on even terms. So this is an important penalty corner scoring opportunity.
So Darren Pearce has moved to the right side. Too slow.
Yeah, it was an option corner, short one to Michael Hughes, and he was looking for the deflection for Darren Pearce, as you pointed out, Godfrey. Darren Pearce had moved to the right-hand side, running in for a deflection. Unfortunately, Marty Finnimore got in the way, and it's hit his foot. Yeah, really smart game plan from Manly.
Yeah, they played smart hockey. They played trying to keep possession.
Well, they've just not let Penrith get into the game with their normal running style and quick movement of the ball. They've closed them down all the time. Martin Finnimore coming into the game a lot more now, but good defending from Andrew Thorne.
You need to post up over here, Penrith.
Yeah, unfortunately, Penrith going through the top of the circle, Godfrey, where all the players are, the spaces on the sides.
They're not going to get past Roger. He's having a big game tonight, Greg. Number 100. He's having a great game in the middle.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Senior Masters, Manly, Gordon, North Sydney 1 are leading Penrith, the minor premiers, 0. Again, Penrith trying to go through the top of the circle, Godfrey. There's 5 guys sitting in there. I think the Penrith guys need a good pep talk at half-time, Godfrey.
Well, they did. They've only got 3 guys in the circle there now. You got the left wing coming is moving right across the circle. They need to post up. Too many green shirts.
Manly got all players inside the circle area.
Good defence.
Playing in front of their men too.
Great interception there by the centre half. Had a chance, got his foot in the way.
Again, Alan Chong has been all over the field for Penrith. Him and Roger, dominant players in the game. Alan's just got to get a few more players to help him out. Rob Heasman, I don't think Tim Kelly will catch that. Again, one of the things I've noticed there, Godfrey, the Manly defenders are jumping in front of the Penrith players and they're just standing still. So that's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Senior Masters Sydney Hockey Grand Final 2023. Manly Gordon North Sydney 1. Penrith 0. Goal scorer was Tim Kelly. So we'll go to a half-time break. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the second half of the Senior Masters Sydney Hockey 2003 Grand Final at Sydney Olympic Park. Fantastic night here. Just after half time now, teams resuming. It's Greg Kay here with Godfrey Phillips. We have Matthias Corman on the near side here as the umpire and Tim Campbell on the other side. Godfrey, what would Penrith be talking about at the half-time break? And what have they got to do to get back in this game after falling one goal behind?
Greg, they've just got to lift their tempo. They've got to lift their intensity. They are a younger side. They're a faster side. But they've just fallen into the trap of Manly playing a more methodical, slower game. Both the centre halves have been outstanding for the teams. I could never understand that, why they give the ball away like that.
The modern trend in hockey, Godfrey, you take the ball and you pass it to the other team. I don't get it either. So you win the toss and you take the ball and you give it to the other team.
Give it away.
But anyway, I think Manly have thrown a challenge out to them now and said, well, we're in front. You guys have got to come and beat us, and we're going to play you in your half. Again, just the Manly team are all moving together to defend. They're defending a bit higher up the pitch. Now a turnover. Alan Chong cleans up again. He's had a super game, but he's got to inspire his team, Godfrey.
He has. He's doing a lot of work in the midfield here, but if we had stats on him, I would suggest that 60% of the balls have gone backwards.
Yeah, I think Darren Pearce and Jason Rudd, the two attacking midfielders, have got to get more into the game and help him out.
They got to connect, Greg. They're not connecting with him. They're too far away from him. So every pass he's making to them is, in fact, has been cut off, hasn't it? A lot of them has been, at least Manly's got to stick to those cut off passes. Good 3D skill there. Good vision.
Again, Tim Kelly to Roger to Keith Hunter, three of the key players that you identified, Godfrey. Manly look like they've come out with a bit more attacking intent. They might not be content with one goal. They're putting the pressure right on Penrith here.
They've certainly lifted their intensity.
Now Penrith are back all defending, so it's a bit of a turnaround.
Well, good pass, good through ball. You got to get a result, 3-on-2. Oh, bad pass. Well done.
Manly just been quicker and more intent on the ball, haven't they, Godfrey? They've wanted the ball more than the other guys.
Oh, look at this.
Penrith are really off their game. Manly have frustrated these guys.
They really have. They've played smart hockey. They've been methodical. There's been a lot of interceptions.
This is very uncharacteristic of Penrith. They're doing a lot of one-out hockey. They're such a connected team, but tonight, Manly have got them rattled. They've just defended them. They beat them to the ball. They're in motion all the time. Roger van der Zand in the middle, controlling the game for Manly.
This is where he needs to take control of centre half.
Ball into Marty Finnimore.
Oh, he got a shot away.
Near post.
Great goalkeeping, Greg. He just got a right foot to it. There you go. There you go.
As you called it, Godfrey, Martin Finnimore posted up in the circle. Quick turn and a shot. Great shot. That's a great goal from Marty Finnimore. Another key play you've highlighted, Godfrey.
Okay, game on. And that's where he needs to be, Greg. He needs to be around the edge of the circle there, because that's where he's most dangerous, and that's why he's been the top goal scorer for the year.
I think that might fire up Penrith. Darren Pearce will get more into the game now.
Yeah, there's a bit more intensity from him than what there, wasn't it?
Well, he wasn't going to let Roger van der Zand get hold of the ball. I think Manly's starting to feel a little bit of pressure now. Just reminding everyone, if it's a draw at the end of the game, we'll be going straight to penalty shootouts. And in this grade, the strikers don't have 8 seconds, Godfrey. They have 12 seconds.
12 seconds, yep. Well, that was effective, one hand, but he got the result.
Scotty Williams pushed up from the back. There's a bit more intent there from Penrith now, I think.
The oldest man in that team, he's trying to get him going, Greg.
Again, Darren Pearce in quickly. I think it's fired him up a bit. He's a key player for me that's going to help Chong get the ball up to Finnimore. Arif Khan with a good run.
A couple of feet there.
Andrew Hook and Andrew Thide are very strong defenders there at the back for Manly. Again, Darren Pearce right up.
Yeah. He needs to lift, and he's doing that.
They're keeping the pressure on Manly, getting the ball out from their area. Again, Craig Maxwell with a penetrating run. He needs to get more up the front with Marty Finnimore. He's got some legs as well.
And there's a good hit out from the defence there. Have a look at him. He's puffing away.
Great pass from Roger van der Zand. Andrew Hook making a run from the back to support. Wasn't a great pass into the circle. They're still on attack with Keith Hunter.
Just didn't get his feet around the ball, but the right intention anyway. Put it in the circle.
Penrith starting to pump their interchanges now. They've got to keep the momentum in the game, Godfrey.
Yeah.
They've got to keep the ball movement happening. Get it to their key players.
There we go. They're connecting now.
Darren Pearce really coming a long way back as attacking mid to get the ball.
Oh, look at this.
Tim Kelly not being picked up. Just out in front of Tony Virtue.
Dr. Tony Virtue. You should have stopped that, man. Look at him.
Again, Alan Chong all over the field, trying to inspire his team to go forward.
It's opening up, Greg, game.
Tim Kelly. Got to take him on, Tim. That's your skill. Take him on. Again, Andrew Thide, very strong in the back. Great interception. Put his team back on attack.
Well done.
Fellow
effort.
defender, Andrew Hook now pushing up. Deflection off the defender, so long corner back out to the 23 for Manly. Rob Heisman had a chance there.
He did. But Eddie, the fullback, had his one-handed stick there, made an effective tackle.
Good interception by Pat Hurley, shutting down Roger van der Zand, but up into his body, so.
Good ball.
Two centre midfielders, Godfrey, controlling the game for their team, but they just need support.
Well, the inside forwards are just not close enough to them, so there's no connection there, Greg.
Yeah.
He's very skillful, but just doesn't have that pace anymore.
Yeah. Darren Pearce back defending, and he's the attacking midfielder. He's doing a lot of work.
Good trap. Get it in the circle. It should still be a Manly ball. Yes, she's got it right.
Yeah, deflection off to Penrith. I think there's a bit of fatigue coming in Godfrey. Still just over 15 minutes to go in this grand final. Senior Masters Hockey in Sydney from Sydney Olympic Park Hockey Centre. Penrith 1, Manly Gordon North Sydney 1.
And you can see that Manly gave away a silly penalty, not being 5 metres away. Good vision.
A great response from Manly for Martin Finney-Moore field goal. Again, Godfrey's off the field again.
Can't work it out. It's a grand final.
One of the issues, Godfrey, a lot of these teams play with 12 or 13 players all year, and then they come to the grand final, they've got 16 players, see?
Yeah. And they want to give everybody equal opportunity on the pitch.
Yeah.
I don't think you win too many grand finals that way.
Yeah, it messes up your continuity and your momentum of your team.
It was all momentum. And you could see that.
Yeah. Penrith are trying to control the game again now, but they just need to keep moving that ball quicker. Manly are just really defending in groups, and if they don't move the ball quick enough, they're going to get shut down.
Manly working really hard off the ball.
Yeah, they're frustrating Penrith. Penrith generally have a lot more space, and they're taking that space and the time away. And that's frustrating Penrith.
They're calling slow it down. They had an opportunity to break in the midfield there, and they waited till all the Manly players have gone back. And yeah, they've broken them down.
Again, Roger again.
Oh dear.
Roger Van Zander's all over the field, trying to inspire his team.
You missed it, mate. He's having a good laugh anyway.
The game being played in great spirit, as all Masters games are in.
It is, and really, Manly have slowed it down again to their pace, Greg.
Yeah, they played
Yeah,
it's been a smart game plan, hasn't
Really
it?
smart hockey.
Yeah, they're just playing down the centre, and that's what Manly want them to do, and then they're breaking.
Here's a chance. Go on, Roger, do it yourself.
Oh. Tim's backing him up.
Oh.
Yeah, Manly have done a great job on marking the key players for Penrith and giving them no time with the ball, no space.
Good ball. They got in each other's way. Well, they were up there, Greg. Both of them, both the Manly guys in the circle.
Yeah, they're just been a bit sloppy. They've been a bit sloppy with their distribution tonight, Penrith. Who's going to make the statement? Godfrey. 10 minutes to go. Now's the time to put the pressure on.
But again, see, look where Alan Chong is. I mean, he's 40 metres from the play. He should be up on the 25 over there.
Calling the ball back.
Calling the ball, calling for it, demanding it. They need him there. The only time he got up there, he got the ball to Martin Finnemore and they scored. Well done.
Captain Rob Heisman for Manly.
He's doing a great job. And they're actually playing with a bit more intensity.
Out to Harmon Freaks.
Oh, bad luck. Robert Heisman was there. You don't realise, Greg, how much time one really has in the circle, do you, in situations like this?
Well, he had another player behind him as well, and he was on his reverse. It was a good ball in from David Holmes, penetrating down the right side. Again, that's just one of those opportunities, Godfrey. You don't get too many in a game in a grand final. You've got to make sure you take advantage of them. Every time you go into the circle, there's got to be a good outcome.
There has to be a result, yep.
Andrew Thide's been really strong at the back for Manly.
Oh, keep it in, he said.
Some space now for Alan Chong, but a little kick. That's where Darren Pearce was in front of him. He should have been demanding the ball.
Yeah, they're the two key players in the midfield there. They've really got to be demanding the ball more, connecting with each other more.
Just Manly have got a good structure.
Good tackle.
Andrew Thide again, just really solid at the back.
Good skills.
Yeah, well played from Rob Heisman. He's keeping Manly down in the attacking zone for Manly GNS. Senior Masters Hockey in Sydney from Olympic Park. Penrith 1, Manly Gordon North Sydney 1 with just over 7 minutes to go in the second half. If it's a draw at the end, we go straight to shootouts, penalty shootouts. Geez, Harmon Freitz is open in this circle.
Plenty of time. He knows it too. Oh, bad luck. Well played.
Tim Kelly keeping possession. That's a clear difference for me, Godfrey. Manly GNS are going around the sides into the side of the circles.
Yeah.
Penrith are trying to go straight down the middle all the time. It's where all the Manly players are. Craig Maxwell. He just needs to get involved a bit more. He's one of their key players up front with Marty Finnemore.
Just got ahead of the ball. Bit of obstruction there.
interception from Alan Chong, and there was a chance there for Arif
Khan
on the circle, but a mishandle. It's over the back line. Godfrey got a feeling it's going to have to be a mistake from... It's going to have to be a turnover from a defensive end for there to be a goal. You see Penrith now pushing up, pressing up on Manly, making it really difficult to get out. That's just caused a turnover. Manly have really come and upset the rhythm of Penrith. Their spacing, their ball movement. They've given their key players no room. It's been a really smart game plan for Manly.
Well, that's good defence. They forced him back.
Darren Pearce with the ball.
Oh, bad luck. That was...
Marty Finneymore's got to come and post up again, Godfrey. He's the one in the circle. He's the one that's got to get the ball posting up.
Yeah.
Ball back to Michael Hughes, the captain.
Yeah, he comes.
Good defending from Rob Heisman there.
Yeah.
The fatigue star just set in, I think, Godfrey, for Manly. They've had most of their players play a lot of minutes. Just over 3 minutes to go in the second half. Senior Masters hockey in Sydney. Penrith 1. Gordon or Sydney 1.
Here's a go.
Again, Martin Finneymoore in there posting up, and he's the danger player.
He's the danger player. He's the one that's getting the shot in.
We're starting to get turnovers now, Godfrey, so
Yeah.
I think that's just going to be...
That's where Alan Chong needs to be. Here's a go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Craig Maxwell's starting to get his hands on the ball a lot more now.
Yeah. But again, it's Alan Chong being in the right position there to make the interception and get that pass away.
Yeah, here's a big chance with just over 2 minutes to go before the end of the match. Goal here would be very hard to come back from. Again, it's going to be left to Marty Finneymoore to shoot.
Well, it's been his year.
Oh, okay, a layoff to Darren Pearce, who fired it at the goal. Just a deflection on the way out.
And he had plenty of time to line that ball up and have a crack. But he went for the deflection on the far post.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they had a player in there, but it wasn't a good
No.
inject. So Marty Finneymoore had to keep control. Really strong running from Richard Gatt for Manly. He was out very quickly, put a lot of pressure.
And he's blown the stick stopper for using the back of the stick to trap the ball.
Almost a fast break there from Manly. They had the numbers.
That's been the best contest tonight, the two centre halves.
Again, the two captains come together. Michael Hughes from Penrith and Rob Heisman for Manly, Gordon or Sydney.
They've got Tim Kelly in the circle there. That's it, get it to him.
Oh, here's a chance for Craig Maxwell. Great defending from Andrew Thide.
Yeah, he's had a great game. He has an interception.
Oh, I think that's
just outside the 25.
Here's a chance. You've got to get in the circle.
Well, they had their chance.
Martin Finnimore called for it. He got his stick on it, but unfortunately it was the wrong side. So at the end of the grand final, Senior Masters at Sydney Hockey, Penrith won. A score in the second half to Martin Finnimore against Manly Gordon or Sydney, who took the lead in the first half with a great goal from Tim Kelly. It's now 1-1. It will go to a penalty shootout. 5 shootouts. And then if it's still tied, we keep going till there's a winner.
Great, can I say I'm really impressed with Manly tonight. You know, they played a good structured game. They were methodical. The defence was very, very tight. And for it to be 1-1 at full time, it's a real credit to them. A real credit to them.
Yeah, I think they came with a good game plan. They frustrated Penrith. Penrith liked to move the ball. Their key players liked lots of space, and they just shut them down and forced them to go through the centre of the field, whereas Manly went around them. But we've now got a shootout. So we'll bring the goalkeepers into action. So just a reminder with the shootouts, 1-on-1 from the 23, 1 player in the goalkeeper. These guys have got 12 seconds. Normal hockey, international hockey all the way through, down to 8 seconds. But our senior masters and grand masters get 12 seconds. And our masters grade Division 3, they get 10 seconds. It's our top 2 grades, Premier and Sydney Cup, who both have 8 seconds. That's just to recognise that it takes the older boys a little bit longer to get into the circle to have a shot. And it's great theatre to watch these guys go into something, Godfrey, they don't normally practice anymore.
I don't think we ever practiced it either when we came into vets in the Masters. But it is a skill when you look at it at the Olympic Games and all that. I mean, it is a fine art now, isn't it? The way they maneuver the ball into the circle, do the 360-degree turns. It's wonderful to watch. I think this is great for hockey. Well,
at least we're getting a result, and it's interesting. You think that it would be mostly forwards or midfielders who would take the penalty shootouts?
No.
But
no.
Sometimes it's defenders doing it as well.
Yep.
But the goalkeepers are such a key player in Masters hockey. They are very dominant players because of the agility they have. And it's going to be tough. I think if you score two or three goals in a shootout of 5, you've got a pretty strong chance of taking it. And I've even seen a couple where it's been 2-1 or 1-0.
That's been the history of it really over the years. You know, in all the national championships and state championships, we've seen game go into the shootouts. There's only 1 or 2 goals in it.
Well, the goalkeepers are just so good, though. They're so mobile, and they just put so much pressure on guys. So the umpires getting organised, ready for the shootout.
Well, the good thing now, Greg, with the shootout is there's equal pressure on both the goalkeeper as well as the person, you know, taking the shot. Whereas before, in the penalty stroke era, really, the goalkeeper basically just stood there. You know, and there's virtually no pressure on him. But now there's equal pressure on both.
I think there's more pressure on the striker now, Godfrey. There's more pressure on them to get in there because the goalkeepers are so good. So it looks like a It looks like for Penrith, got Arif Khan.
Going to be the first one.
He'll be the first one up. We've got Darren Pearce. We've got Alan Chong. We've got Martin Finnimore. So number 46, Arif Khan.
He's always been a very skillful player. For me, he needs to get in there as quickly as he possibly can to get a proper position.
Michael Dahl in goal for Gordon North Sydney. 12 seconds on the clock. The siren will go off. The ball must cross the line before the siren goes off. A few instances recently, Godfrey, even in the National Championships in the Gold Coast last year. I was playing in a game where the ball didn't cross the line, but they gave a goal.
I remember that. Okay, here we go.
So Arif Khan up against Michael Dahl. First penalty shootout. Senior Masters Hockey in Sydney.
Well done, goalkeeper.
Michael Dahl, several saves in there.
That first one was crucial. He came up on him very quickly, Greg.
Yeah. What's the strategy, Godfrey, that for the strikers when they see an advancing goalkeeper, or as a goalkeeper stay still? What are they looking to do?
Well, the goalkeeper can really dictate this. If he comes out quickly and takes position, and then here we see
Roger van der Zand.
Here we go. Oh, he did everything right and he missed the goal.
So a good move. He actually moved the goalkeeper, eliminated the goalkeeper, then he went to ground. He should have stayed up.
Stay on his feet.
He's got plenty of time.
Stay on your feet.
12 seconds is a much longer time than you think.
It is.
So again, after one penalty shot each, it's still 0. We've now got Darren Pearce from Penrith up against Michael Dahl.
Nice and easy.
Darren Pearce threw a little dummy to the left, made the goalkeeper stand still, then just drag right.
He made it look simple, didn't he? I thought he was in trouble initially because he ran straight at the goalkeeper, but he dragged it far right, which gave him time and gave him space, and then a nice shot.
So Penrith now leading in the shootout by 1 goal. Overall score is 2-1. We've now got Tim Kelly up against Greg Stevens for Penrith. Tim Kelly going to the left-hand side. And a nice little reverse in.
And he took time to make that shot. He had the time. I wonder how that first goal by Roger being missed, what that's going to take on later in the game.
We've now got Jacob Beattie up for Penrith, up against Michael Dahl again.
I was wondering when someone was going to do that, just walk in there and have a crack.
Yeah, if the goalkeeper's got his legs together, that it does give a little bit of space. Yeah. But I've seen a lot of those fail too, Godfrey.
Yeah, but he had one thing in mind. That was to to get that shot away, and it was firm and straight.
Yeah.
Great shot.
So that puts Penrith 1 goal up. We've got captain for Manly Gordon North Sydney, Rob Huseman, now up for the third penalty shot.
Smart goalkeeping. You know, he just traced him, tracked him to the side, kept his legs together. Good save.
Yeah, well done. You really want to try and get the goalkeeper stationary. If you're a striker, then you can go either way. When they're moving, it's always hard. We've now got Martin Finnimore for Penrith.
I was wondering when they were going to bring him in. Sometimes teams leave their best players to the last, but they don't get a chance to have a shootout.
Yeah.
Because it's finished before they get to them.
So this is the 4th one.
Oh, can you believe it?
He's gone around the goalkeeper and had a shot very similar to Roger van der Zand and then missed the goal.
That's a bad miss.
Well, credit to the goalkeeper for forcing him to go wide.
Yep.
And again, Godfrey, they've got more time to just control and have a shot than they think.
Yeah, they don't realise 12 seconds is still a long time.
So again, Keith Hunter for Manly.
Yeah, obstruction. Yeah.
He's done the spin and he's missed the goal anyway.
As soon as that ball went between his feet, that was a blown obstruction.
So last penalty shootout for Penrith is Alan Chong. He scores this, I think they win. They're 3-2 up at the moment. Overall score, that is 2-1 in the penalty shootouts. Overall score 3-2. Alan Chong can win it for Penrith. And he does.
That's it. Yep.
Great effort from Michael Dahl, just Alan Chong.
Yeah, great effort. Great effort. But hats off to Manly, Greg. They put up a hell of a fight tonight. To go into a shootout against a team that finished so far ahead.
So that's the end of the Senior Masters hockey final in Sydney Olympic Park. Overall score was 1-1 at full time. Penalty shootouts, the final score was Penrith 4 and Manly GNS 2. Congratulations to both sides on a great effort. Thank you to the umpires, Tim Campbell and Matthias Corman. And we'll be back for the Premier League hockey match very soon. Stay tuned. You're watching Sydney Masters hockey in Sydney.
Well done, Greg.